Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Lucina Lounge podcast. Joining me today for the first episode of the year, with hopefully many more to come, is the one, the only, she's not a dog, Choco Jax. Thank you so much for coming on. This has been a little bit in the making.
Yeah, yeah, it took a little while, but we're here.
We're here, and that's what matters. It's great. So, starting off right off the bat is our first question with, how are you today?
Uh, I'm doing good. I drank a lot last night. It was pretty fun, but then I went to sleep like really late. So this morning I was just like, man, I'm so tired. So I just like laid in bed for a while. I just got out of bed in the past like 30 minutes, but I'm good. I'm not tired at least. So
No,
yeah.
that's good. That was actually kind of what I was thinking about too. I was like, she's drinking a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not hungover or anything. I drink water and stuff.
Yeah, of course, because we make you. No, I'm joking. um, yeah, no. If you guys didn't know, last night we had a huge fun time over at twitch.tv/ChocoJax, and no, she played Jump King. We were stuck at the same place for like 3 hours, but you know
Yeah.
what? We loved doing it. Um, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing some things in the chat. Hello, everybody. By the way, oh no, wait, that's just me. Um, the bomb, Atma, anime. Thank you. Um, let's see here. And then next question. Uh, going into the more creative side of things. How'd you get into art? Is it yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was gonna say like, is it your day job or is it a hobby sort of thing?
So it's more of like my day job. It used to be more full-time, just freelance, but nowadays I think with streaming, it's more of like part-time art, part-time streaming. I got into it. Well, I've been drawing ever since I was young, and then I discovered anime and like video games when I was in elementary school because of my brother, and that's why I started like leaning towards that kind of art. And I've been drawing ever since as a hobby, and uh it wasn't until 2017, 2018 when I started taking it more seriously and pursued it more seriously.
Hmm, that's
Yeah.
interesting. It's kind of an interesting year because that's around the time I guess I started doing college, and I had no clue what I wanted to do at the time.
That's
So
what
no, that's
happens.
yeah, yeah, and to my understanding, unlike some of our other guests, you did not go to school for art.
Oh, and no. I went to school for. So originally, I went in for Japanese because I didn't like you. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and my parents were like, "Don't do art because you're gonna be poor." Haha. And I was like, "Okay." So I went in for Japanese, and then I double majored in computer science too. So I went for programming, and I was a programmer for 2 years, and then I was like, "I don't want to do this anymore. I want to draw instead."
No, that's wonderful. I have a few other friends that have done the same thing. Um, especially one friend you may know about, but I might not name here.
Uh-huh.
They were very encouraged by their family to become a doctor,
Hmm.
as the stereotype goes, and they decided no, I want to do art instead because that's what made them happy, and so they went for it, and now they just graduated this last December,
Nice.
and so I'm very happy for them, and good on you too,
Thanks,
because
man.
life's too short to not do what we want to do that makes us happy.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I felt too. Cause it was like I was still young. I still am kind of young, and I was like, I might as well just try it out. And I at least had a backup plan, which was just go back to programming if it didn't pan out.
I'm like, Choco, don't say that. I'm like right behind you.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I know. I joke that I'm old, but I know like, even up to like 40 is considered
Mhm.
young.
Yeah, yeah.
And now let's see here. Right on to the next one. Uh, yeah, you are the first very consistent streamer that we've had on the show. How is that working out for you?
It's working out pretty nicely. So I've just been streaming like this, like almost every week for 5 days since 2018. Because it started out as, because that's when I started taking art more seriously, and I was like, okay, I gotta make sure I draw every single day, and streaming seems to, it'll probably help me with building up the habit of drawing consistently, and that's how I got into streaming in the first place. And it's been pretty nice. I started taking streaming a little bit more seriously in 2022 ish, and it's been hard because, like I said before, I was trying to do art full time, and now it's half and half. So I don't have as much time anymore to work on art because half of it goes to streaming. So it's been
Mm.
kind of a struggle for that part, but otherwise, it's going pretty well. I have a good time. People seem to have a good time, and that's all I can really ask for.
As a seemingly regular viewer now of twitch.tv/chocojacks, I can confirm I am having a good time. No, it's so great. You know what? I actually what's it? I have a little something to share again, if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I um before I want to say like 20, even like 2020. Before that, I like never used Twitch because in my
Mm-hmm.
experience, Twitch just never works for me. Like it buffered like constantly. Ads were like by the time I was actually like starting to try to watch the stream,
Mm-hmm.
it just Twitch would just not cooperate and play ads too. And I'm like, Ugh. So I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna stay on YouTube and I'll do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when the huge VTuber boom happened, and we got a bunch of streamers that wanted to do well streaming with VTubing, and big corporations started getting in on it, and we got a certain shark who rose to stardom. And I was one of the people who rode the hype after a month of their debut. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm actually liking streaming now that I can enjoy it here on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
And
fair. Uh-huh.
yeah, but then like I also very quickly realized like after I started like, oh, now I'm gonna watch this streamer and I'm gonna watch this streamer and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have so much fun. Um, to me, I very quickly realized that I can't watch everybody, and no matter how much, like at the time I felt like no matter how much I liked the personality of streamer, if they were just streaming something that was like completely and totally uninteresting to me, then I'd be like, yawn, I don't feel like really watching this.
Mm-hmm.
And how awful that must sound from a streamer's perspective, but
No, it's
um
fine. It's pretty normal.
yeah, because after all, like you can't help what people
Mm-hmm.
can't like want to or don't want to watch, and so then I just kind of checked out and I focused on the shark.
Mm-hmm.
But then because even then it happened too with like let's players I would watch, and they would stream on Twitch when they're not like uploading stuff on YouTube. But
Mm-hmm.
then literally again like it this just happened this last fall when I started watching you, and uh it might sound a little cheesy, but I was just like, wow, I'm actually like really having a good time. I guess the it's how do I put this? Like maybe it's like that your audience is like the right size at the
Mm-hmm.
moment that I'm just like able to feel involved because maybe when I was younger, I too was like, hey, if I do the super chat, maybe she'll see me.
Hmm.
um, but no, like I'm able to just talk. People in the chat talk to each other. You tend to engage with chat on a level that I have never seen before, and it's a really welcoming community. And again, we just have so much fun on a weekday basis, and uh, it's been so good that I've been able to tell the aforementioned friend, and I'm like, hey, check out this streamer. Like she draws really pretty art, and I know you're an artist, so maybe you can come by and you can ask some questions and learn some things. And it's been a great experience for my friend and and I thank you for
No, no, no problem. Thanks,
that.
man. I'm glad you
Yeah.
guys are having a good time. Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to uh talk to everyone, but I try my best. And I totally feel you on that for the there's like sometimes there's just certain games where you don't really care about. And what I've realized is it's yeah, same conclusion where it's really hard to just watch everyone that you really want to. Sometimes you have to pick and choose, and not only that, sometimes you have streamers where you're just like fine chilling and watching whatever the heck they're doing regardless of if it interests you or not. And then there's some where there's just specific games that they play that um you like watching, and then everything else is kind of like I don't really feel like it right now.
Hmm, hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like I noticed that like even when the bigger streamers out there stream like Outer Wilds, that's when my ADHD kicks in and I literally can't retain my my attention
Wait, what do
cuz
you mean? Uh-huh.
like um so like I don't know, like I guess I can explain it from like a POV sort of thing. Like, okay, so I'm watching a streamer, right? And
Hmm.
they're like, let's play Outer Wilds, and the first like when let's say a certain detective streamed it um for her channel. I tried watching it. I'm like, this is gonna be so much fun. The streamer's like, I really like the streamer. Let's see how it goes. And all I'm seeing is black void and like I don't know, like even though they were like providing great commentary and they were engaging a lot, uh they or no, my attention, like I just couldn't hold it. I don't know why. Cause I guess I tend to gravitate towards like faster paced games where like you're constantly doing things and there's stuff happening almost constantly, but Outer
Hmm.
Wilds is a more like chilled, explorative sort of game that it's the kind of game that you actually have to take time with.
Yeah, yeah.
And for me and how my brain works is that like if I'm not constantly like getting
Oh,
that
I see. Uh-huh.
yeah, that game essence where like you interact with the game and the game's giving you back something, then my I just like I literally feel like a sense of like drowsiness in my head, like to my brain. Not that I'm like physically feeling sleepy, but like my brain's just kind of like it's kind of like the kid going like, "Mom, can we go somewhere else?"
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Oh no."
Is it kind of like your brain's just kind of dead? You're just like coasting kind of feeling, or is it
Yeah,
different?
yeah, kind of like I'm just sitting there. And again, it's not to the fault of the streamer. It's not to the fault of chat. It's just the game. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to sit here and watch this.
Yeah, yeah. Some games can be hard to watch
and
if it's
like
not your thing.
and like if we can derail from the question script for a second,
Mhm.
what's it? Like there's always the huge like stereotype that what's it? Like you can be a streamer or you can be good at games. You can't have both.
Oh, like good at streaming versus being good at games?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
and like um again, this is something that specifically changed when I started watching Glee. Like before, I wouldn't be like a backseater like in chat, but
Mhm.
I'd be the kind of person that sees like the streamer doing things, and I'm like, no, you're supposed to do this.
Yeah, no, I understand, 'cause, I used to watch a lot of Day 9. Do you know who Day 9 is?
No, no, I don't.
He, he was like a StarCraft 2 caster, or maybe StarCraft 1, or both. But then he started streaming and stuff, and it was really cool, and then I would watch, this thing that he did with his friends every Wednesday where they would play, old adventure games,
Hmm.
and a lot of the times they're just like chatting with each other. They're having a good time. They're just having fun, and then they don't really like pay attention to the dialogue sometimes. And there are times where they're like, I don't know what's happening right now. Like, I don't know how to proceed. Like, how am I supposed to get past this thing? And I'm just watching, and I'm like, they clearly explained this or hinted at it pretty heavily 10 minutes ago. All you had to do was pay attention. And so I would feel the same way. It's like, why don't they get it? It's so easy. And then I start streaming, and then now I know it's hard to to pay attention because of reasons.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I think Hero King in the chat also raises a great point that saying that, there are definitely games more catered towards like you're supposed to like there's a difference between playing it yourself and then trying to have other people watch you playing said game when that game isn't necessarily like meant to be spectated.
Yeah.
Because this is something I learned when I was streaming to that friend because we would play games
Mhm.
and I stream for them because we're apart right now. We're not like physically close, and um, it was with Halo, and I made the most egregious mistake of having them watch me play Halo
Mhm.
when if we both had Xboxes, then they could be playing Halo with me. And so when we got to the huge big the ending of the game has this really cool segment that if you were like in the game there together would actually connect so much better. And after I beat the game and I told them, so what'd you think? Like this is like one of my favorite games ever. That was so cool, right? And they were like, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And I felt crushed and I was like,
Oh.
no. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it's definitely better to I guess some games are more meant to be stream or like are more compatible with streaming per se rather than
Mhm.
like yeah. And so with the what was it? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, also on the same note, I feel like when I started watching you, I think again for the first time I was like actually watching you because you engage with chat and stuff. Like I was actually enjoying watching you learn and figure out. Like I feel like you're making progress. Like even with Mario 64, which is what she's
Uh-huh.
currently playing now, guys. Like again, you're learning, and I feel like you're actually trying rather than like being so I guess stubborn on your pride and being like, no, I can do I can try being literally insane and just try doing the same thing over and over. But no, you take suggestions here and there. You do the high jump. You do the somersault.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, sometimes I'm a little stubborn, but yeah, I try to at least have a little bit of progression if I can. Outside of Jump King, because that one's a hard game.
That is a hard game. I could not imagine playing that. Like yeah, but I feel like I feel like when to kind of like be like, okay, maybe I should listen to chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. For I guess moving on, question number three, no, four, is tell us about your very interesting model.
Oh, so model is a dog girl thing. I did the design, I did the art, I did the rigging. It was very nice because I obviously I like drawing a lot, so that part is nice to do. I actually really like doing rigging too because it's really cool just um taking something that you've drawn or someone else did that's just like completely flat, right? And then being able to transform it into a fake kind of 3D thing.
Hmm.
Um, and I've been doing rigging since college, so since 2013, 2014, maybe. Um, but yeah, I just did everything myself because one, I'm you know how certain so there's some people who are like, I'm not gonna ask help from anyone. I'm just gonna do everything by myself. Uh, that's what I
Yeah,
did.
that's literally me.
Yeah, like it's hard because like yeah, I mean like you'll save yourself some time if you get other people to help you out. But it was like I want to have this thing that I make for myself and by myself. Um, I don't remember where I was
No.
gonna go with that. I forgot.
Oh no. You're good. No, I do want to ask though, why a dog girl?
Oh, it's a very simple thing. It was like so before I had my first model was like a dragon girl thing, and then I
Mm.
wanted to change it. And then during the design process of the new one, I was like, okay, I gotta figure out what kind of animal to make it, right? And then the, I didn't think about it very hard. I was like, you know what? I'm born the year of the dog. I'm just gonna make it a dog. So that's the only reason why it's a dog girl.
Oh my gosh, that's actually pretty neat because I guess for me, like
Uh huh.
coincidentally, I really like tigers, you know.
Mhm.
I like Tigger, I like Hobbs from Calvin Hobbs. It's like
Mhm.
tigers are so great. And then I find out one night going to a Chinese restaurant, looking at the thingy on the table, and I'm like, oh my
Oh,
gosh, I was born the year of the tiger. It's destiny.
that's so cool.
And so, yeah, I'm glad you kind of elaborate on that. Like, it wasn't just it wasn't like this elaborate process. Cause
Yeah,
my
it's very
my my
simple.
my next, cause I was gonna follow up with like, do you feel like it's more like engaging or like interesting rather to be sort of like an animal esque streamer rather than like a usual person, like
Like
VTuber even?
like a human.
Yeah, human.
Um, I don't know. It's like so. There's I think most people have noticed there's a lot of like VTubers that are like they're like some
Animals,
kind of
yeah.
animal, yeah, or like creature or um concept or something instead
Mhm.
of just a normal human being. And I think thinking about it, it probably stems from just wanting to be something different than what you are in real life. Kind of like when you play D&D or like other tabletop games, it's
Yeah,
nice to
absolutely.
just role play as other things, right? That you'll never experience in real life. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. Wait, sorry. What was the question again?
Oh no, like if you thought it was like just more interesting to be like a animal girl rather than a
Oh.
human being, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more interesting. It's a little bit more fun too cuz like you can do like dumb jokes and stuff with that. Um,
Yes, we do have our dumb jokes in chat.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys, you have for those listening in the VOD, like you gotta be there. You just have to be there. Um, yeah, because I feel like even those snarky little references I make here in this episode, you have to be there to understand.
Yeah, there's no context. There's no context.
Let's see. Yeah, like I have again my friend. They're like I want to be a rabbit, but I feel like
Mhm.
there's too many rabbits out there.
I'd say don't let that stop them just cuz like I mean, there's only so many designs out there in the world that can exist. There's always I mean, VTubing is so popular to the point where there's probably another person who has a very similar concept as what you might have, and it's like don't let that stop you. Like, yeah, maybe there's a bunch of bunnies, but there's also a bunch of dogs and cats and like dragons and what have you.
Yeah, I feel like cats are the popular thing.
I think so, yeah.
And so let's see here. Now for a more art-oriented question. Do you have an artist role model or inspiration? If so, who? And this can be multiple people.
The main one that always comes to mind is Lack. Do you know have you seen Lack's
No,
art?
no, I have not.
Uh, so they do a lot of Fate Grand Order drawings, but the one that I remember that they did for FE Heroes was Camilla, the Hot Springs one.
Whoa. I guess I have seen it then.
Yeah. I remember there
Whoa.
was like a lot of controversy. There was a lot of upset people about that, but I really, really like their art. Um, it's a very and I picked up like a few techniques from just watching some of their videos and skimming through it and stuff, or seeing their time lapses. It's a very nice. I like the way that they render, and I like how it's like it's not like it is pretty clean, but it's not like they do line art and then like the base art and then they render on top. It's like
Mhm.
they like paint everything together usually,
Yeah,
and I really like
no.
that. Hmm.
Yeah, no, I do remember that causing a little bit of a stink, but like
Yeah.
in the like when I think of it in my mental timeline, I'm thinking like I don't remember uh it last like that being a controversy that lasted too long because I feel like
Hmm.
people have gotten used to Camilla being the sexy character.
Hmm.
But no, that's a good point. I know that there are I will say Hot Spring Camilla very beautiful art. For two big reasons, and that's the painting and the
Uh-huh.
shading.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
My friend joins in just as I say that. Hello there. um, but no. So then, but yeah, no, that's great because
Hmm.
I feel like I enjoy their art. I don't know what I feel like they might have drawn some other characters, but
They probably have, but I haven't been keeping up with like the new units until people just tell me, "Hey, there's a new unit in Heroes," and it's like, "Okay, cool, I want to see the art."
yeah, absolutely. And now, time for our Fire Emblem segment, and that is starting
Yippee!
with how'd you get into Fire Emblem?
So I remember when I was really, really young. So these are like two separate stories, really. When I was really young, I had Game Boy Advance
Mhm.
on a computer of some sorts, and there were like a bunch of games
Mm.
on there. And I remember I played like some of the Fire Emblem ones. I don't remember which one specifically. I think it's the one and I haven't I want to go and play all the other Fire Emblem games that I haven't yet, but it was the
Mm.
one where Lynn's in it, I think.
That's I believe that's the seventh game in the series, Blazing Sword.
Hmm. I played it and I played with cheats, and I feel like there was probably one map where like if you play with cheats you soft lock yourself. And so I just like didn't realize what the goal was because I was too young to like I could read, but like could my mind process what I was like looking at? Not really. And so like I just got stuck on this map, and I was like, I don't know what the heck to do here, and I just stopped playing. And then here's the second part of the story where in college, or I'm pretty sure it was college. What
Mhm.
year do you remember when Awakening came out?
That was I believe that was 2013.
Okay, yeah. So during college, the game came out, and then I was like, okay, let me try to revisit the series, because I hadn't played it since, and that's just basically how I got into Fire Emblem, and it was like I liked it a lot because I didn't really play a lot of games, in general. I just like played here and there, mainly Mario Kart. So I didn't really play any sort of like tactical games or puzzle games too, where you have to use your brain somewhat. So it was really nice. It was a nice experience. I was like, wow, I like Fire Emblem. It's pretty cool. And then I played Three Houses, and then well, before Three Houses, I got into Fire Emblem Heroes because I was in a huge gotcha phase during that
Mm.
time. And then I think Heroes is what really made me go into Fire Emblem more because I kind of got addicted to rolling, and then I also really like drawing like fan art and stuff. And then um, I like obviously I like the gameplay, so yeah.
In 2012 was is that the Japanese
Oh,
date
okay.
or
Oh,
is that the American date?
yeah. If
Monsieur.
I feel old too. It's so long ago.
No, trust me. I know like over the course of the server's history, which by the way, Lucina Fan Club 5 years this year.
Yippee!
We've been around for 5 years. So I remember in 2012 when Twitter was going like 10th anniversary Fire Emblem Awakening, and I'm like, no way, please no. You're telling me I've been into this 2D image? Yeah,
For
fe-
5 years. Oh, okay, 2013.
yeah, February 2013. Let's go. I was like, I can't be wrong. No, but uh, but like yeah, no, I lost my train of thought now too. But yeah, no, like I remember there with Fire Emblem Heroes, I remember like the first like knee-jerk reaction to the game being like, oh, like everybody looks different. All these different art styles are weird. Why are they like
Oh,
clashing
really?
so much? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I guess maybe it was a lot of Fire Emblem fans that had never played a gacha before and didn't know that yes,
yeah.
like in games like Fate, like you brought up,
Mhm.
Fate has a lot of wildly different art styles.
Mhm.
And all of these servants are looking vastly different, even between the same character, like
Yeah.
Artoria. She's my
Mhm.
favorite. She has like some different styles to her.
Mhm. So all the
But
art
now that
classes.
the game's evolved, I feel like, well, for one, I feel a little saddened for the artists that like do draw the more like grainy, realistic-ish, like painterly styles,
Mhm.
like oil painterish styles, like with I want to say Arden. He's like the heavy blue knight guy with green hair, but and then with compared to like Camilla or even a lot of the Lucinas who have that more anime-esque glossy style,
Mhm. Mhm.
but like yeah, no, like it now we have a bunch of beautiful artworks of all of these beloved characters, and it's just been a wonderful thing. And
Mhm.
1 second, I gotta open the door for air.
Oh, for air?
I'm joking, more like fresh air. Hee hee hee.
Okay,
But
okay.
anyways, um no, it's great. And so now I'm glad that because of that you're able to dig more, well, I guess fall more into the Fire Emblem rabbit hole. Hee hee hee.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And like something that I just caught on when you were saying is that you have played Awakening before?
Yeah. Awakening
Okay.
was probably the first like I would consider that I actually played.
Okay, cool. Cause I don't know why. For some reason, I was under the impression that you hadn't actually played Awakening, and so I
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah, I was prepared to like say like, "Oh my gosh, guys, I have a confession to make. Choco Jax has never played Fire Emblem Awakening," but
No, yeah, I have played Awakening. It's the
I was
first
gonna,
one that I
I was gonna,
played.
I was gonna be like, "Oh great, now how do I justify bringing somebody who's never played Awakening onto the Lucina Lounge podcast?" But no, no, that's great. So that's wonderful. That means we can move on to the next one.
Mhm.
How did you, uh, usually it's stated as in how did you come to like Lucina, but of course, me knowing that you're not actually like super huge Lucina fangirl or anything, but did you enjoy Lucina's character in Fire Emblem Awakening?
Yeah, I thought she was really cute. I like the like her backstory and stuff, her story in the game. Um, I wish I
Yeah,
could say more, but it's been so long
it
since
it,
I
it
played.
like not gonna lie, no problem. I mean, oh, I can't protect you from the rest of the fans, but um, like what's it? I will say that's the one thing about Fire Emblem is that if you don't like actually take the time to read support conversations, or on the off chance like maybe like with Lucina, read outside media,
Uh-huh.
then you might not get to know the character a bit. But what I can tell you, like listing off real quickly here, is that yeah, she's from a ruined future. You know that
Mhm.
she because of that I guess she kind of combats her life in a sense that she doesn't know how to live in a normalish world. So she has like an out of whack fashion sense. She she, I guess, like, wants to be really, um, not like really cute, but she does have like a cutish side to her, to where she'll make Chunibyo jokes with Owain. She'll humor some of her other friends doing silly things.
Mhm.
She's afraid of insects. And yeah, she kind of has a sillier side to her. Of course, like Crom, like her dad, she breaks training dummies and breaks holes in the wall. Let's see here. Laid back one says, love they love reading support conversations. They feel like I'm seeing the conversation. Yes, I love support conversation. Maybe not to the extent, if you don't know Choco, in the Japanese only DS game New Mystery of the Emblem. That's actually where we first got Avatar characters.
Oh, okay.
And the Avatar character Chris, um, kind of rubs a lot of people the wrong way, because the support conversations in that game, like 90% of them, are just about, oh, you hear about Chris? Chris is so great. They're so
Mm.
awesome.
Mhm.
And it's all about, it's Chris this, Chris that, and you don't get a lot of chance to learn about the actual characters that are conducting the conversation.
Mhm.
So they kind of reeled back from that in Awakening and went back to kind of like more actual character development stuff for everyone,
Yeah,
including Lucina.
I actually want to probably replay Awakening so I can get a refresher in my mind. Cause,
Is
uh-huh.
Oh, I was gonna say, is this gonna be a personal playthrough, or is this gonna be like on stream?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could do stream because the thing is like uh, I'm
Choco,
not
you should have
very
moved into
good.
this space. Why didn't you use
Yeah.
warp skip?
I'm not like super good at the game. I used to think I was like okay, and then I played Engage on stream, and then people were just like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why aren't you doing this?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to play the game, you guys. I don't know."
All right,
So
whoever
I
was
don't
telling
know.
Choco this, I just want to talk. No, like honestly, either way, all good. I would like, everybody kind of says Awakening is one of the easier games in the series.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, yeah, actually, because it's the second game that introduced casual mode, but the first one that did in the US. And the pair up mechanic, if you remember, when you can stick two units together,
Mhm.
that mechanic actually kind of breaks the game in half.
Oh.
And as long as like, even if you don't marry Crom and Robin, if you
Mhm.
put those two together, like, they are an unstoppable force who will like never meet the immovable object. They are just so busted together. It's not even funny.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah, you can do that. And Awakening's very merciful. There's like shops everywhere. Um I feel like if you develop like a team, like kind of like you're playing Pokemon, you eventually settle into a team of people.
Mhm.
And if you find that team early on, then like nothing will get in your way. And so yeah. Yeah, no, like either way, I hope you really have fun with it. It still remains my second favorite game in the series. And it's a great time. I feel like
Yeah.
it's aged very well.
Yeah, I still have my it was on the 3DS, right?
Yes, it's on the
Okay.
3DS.
Yeah, I still got my 3DS. I'm pretty sure the game is still on there, so I could probably just play it whenever.
Yeah, and you know what? It's actually like it's definitely not like Three Houses, Crimson Flower. Oh no, Crimson Flower is the shortest route. Teehee. It's not like a Three Houses, Blue Lions, like long, like
Yeah.
eternal game. It's a pretty quick play. Did you manage to buy any of the DLC before the shop died?
No, I didn't, cause I usually never buy DLC because I'm like, why pay for DLC? I already have the game. I'm good with the base game. So I didn't, but like I remember just looking up content for it or like videos
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah. I would definitely revisit those videos in that case then, because there's a lot of funny interactions built with. Because the DLC actually kind of has a couple sub stories. The first arc, you're helping this
Oh.
guy called Old Hubba. He's
Uh-huh.
kind of like an old, lecherous sort of man kind of guy,
Uh-huh.
and there's a bunch of these cards that call kind of like reflections of legacy Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, summoning cards, and they
Uh-huh.
all have beautiful art attached to them. In fact, did you know that the card for Celica in one of the
Uh-huh.
DLCs is actually drawn by the same artist who would later be the main character designer in Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Oh.
And if you look at Celica, you'll definitely see elements of Pyra down to the booty shorts, and it's funny. Um, and then there's there's a couple grinding
Oh, I
DLCs that
see
are
it. I
yeah.
looked it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have been better prepared with all these
No,
things, but
no, 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 you're good,
in
you're
the
good.
VOD, editor summon Silica, but but let's see here, and then yeah, lots of beautiful art. There's a couple grinding DLCs that are just there to kind of like help you improve. Then there's the future past, which is kind of like an alternate what if story as
Mhm,
Naga Deus Ex Machinas the shepherds into another timeline where Lucina could save the future with or save her time without having to travel to the past.
mm.
And then there's a final set of DLCs, which is like a challenge pack, including the very famous Apotheosis DLC, which is kind of like I want to say one of the most challenging maps in the entire series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people build entire teams like that they raise throughout the whole game just to do that map.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like brutal and borderline unfair. But now moving on. Oh yeah, I can't. Oh no, I can ask this one. Do you have a favorite Lucina design? Because she's had a variety of designs throughout
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
I like I liked a little bit beforehand just to double check. I like her bunny
Mhm.
one. The spring
The
one.
bunny one, the
She
spring
looks so
one.
happy. She looks so cute.
She
It's very
does.
adorable. Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I found that one like kind of interesting when I first saw it because I was like, like Bunny Girl Lucina, because when people think Bunny Girl,
Oh,
they'll usually
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
I don't think of
usually think
like bunny
the
suit.
the trademark bunny suit, and I was just like, I was like, this one actually looks pretty cute, like
Yeah.
not really the whole sexy kind of vibe,
Mhm.
like maybe what there was bunny versions of Camilla and Loki at the same time.
Mhm.
So I was like, they're doing that sort of thing. But Lucia, no, she's like you said, she's
She's
pretty
just
cute. She's
happy.
happy. She's just happy to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah, it's cute.
She
It's
even has like
adorable.
this whole persona to go with it. If you haven't read, like,
Oh, like the
she's
dialogue?
yeah, the dialogue. She has like a
Uh-huh.
whole like bunny spring themed persona, and it's just great.
Oh, really? No, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I don't think I ever got her. Like, I wanted her, but I don't think I got her.
Dang.
Sad.
Yeah. Sag. Not. Unfortunately, we no. Not everyone can wail.
Yeah.
I'm personally the kind of player like I get one copy and I'm happy. Like
Yeah, me
this
too.
yeah, this morning I played like a whole bunch of Nikkei because I couldn't sleep. And I managed to grind my way to get my one copy of this
Uh-huh.
character named Scarlet because she has a new version out. And I was just like I used my mileage tickets. I bought her instead of rolling her and I'm good.
Yeah, you know the people who are like, I'm just gonna spend enough or like save enough somehow to get the full copy. It's like you guys are crazy. I can't imagine. I'm happy with just one.
Yeah, like in our server we actually have roles for how far you go along that like you get the role Lucina Knight just for having every copy of Lucina, and then you get Lucina Master by plus tenning all of your Lucinas. And I think the current number of that right now is like 5 or even less because the new alt came out and unfortunately a few masters lost their role. But people like our resident mods, You Stink and Exalted, they stay on top of that. Believe you me. And now onto the next one. from you stink. Oh, I guess this you very likely played Awakening as female Robin, huh?
Yeah, I didn't support her, but I also didn't support Crom, so she wasn't my daughter.
You know,
She was
this
my homie.
nice. Now that begs the question: Who did you as support?
Okay, so yeah, the pair. Okay, so when I played, I knew there was like a marriage thing, but I
Mhm.
didn't know what started it. Like I didn't know what would enact it. And Frederick is like the I forgot what the term is for like those kinds of characters. It's just like the OP-ish character that's supposed to carry you early on, right?
Yeah, they're called Jagans because Jagan
Uh-huh.
was the first like big boy assist character that they gave you in the first game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I would like pair myself up with him because I learned, oh wow, like he's so strong. I should just pair it with him all the time. And then, the support condo was happening. I was like, wow, this is cool. This is funny. Like, bear meat, haha. And then it just, the SF4 happened. And I was like, wow, I wonder what this combo is going to be. And then he just, like, he proposes. And I'm just like, what the, what happened? I don't really understand what happened, but okay, sure. So I supported Frederick, and that was pretty cool. Very early on in the game. And I
Oh
just
my
stuck with it
gosh.
because I was like, yeah, Frederick seems like a nice dude.
I see no complaints here. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's very funny considering like Frederick's very like skeptical of you at the
Hmm.
beginning, and then he's like, "Marry me."
Yeah. He's a little silly.
He is silly. Yeah, he loves his bear meat. Definitely give that to Frederick. He loves it. Loves the stuff.
I don't actually know who I paired Lucina with. Like I would boot up my 3DS right now to just double check, but I don't think it's charged. Um,
Like, I think like people, it's very strange because to me, Lucina doesn't have a lot of options going for her.
mhm,
Because the only Gen 1 unit that she can interact with besides Crom is Robin.
mhm.
And she literally has two choices. She can either pair up with Inigo or she could pair up with Owain. And Owain's no, because if you
Oh,
didn't,
cause cousins,
that's her
right?
cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because in the localization, I
Uh-huh.
believe they actually edited it so that they become companions.
Oh, when they S rank
Yeah, when they S rank rather than partners.
marriage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Uh
know that.
and Inigo, like I always to me, like I always see like Inigo and Severa being a thing rather than Inigo and Lucina.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I definitely didn't have an wait. Is it Indigo or is it Indigo? I keep
In
forgetting.
like yeah, it's Inigo because there's no D.
Indigo. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they couldn't pair up because my Crom got together with Olivia, so they were
Yeah.
siblings in mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I never considered that before. That
Yeah.
Luc that's a novel concept to me. Like you're telling me Lucina could have two siblings? That's crazy. um yeah, no, like quick detour. Morgan, isn't Morgan just the greatest?
Morgan's so cute. I like Morgan. A little
I know,
silly.
like I feel like as a male Robin player, I feel more endeared to Morgan, like
I
female
like the
Morgan.
female Morgan.
Yeah. Yeah, because she has like all the cutest art. I know like Robin fans have their very cute male Morgan art,
Mhm.
but like again, we have Exalted here on the server. They commissioned like a bunch of like beautiful female Morgan art. We even have a channel for it here on the server dedicated to all the Morgan art they commission, and it's just
Oh,
so
I
good.
think
And
I think they
Mhm.
commissioned me like a long time ago for it.
Yes, I believe they
Yeah.
did. I neglected to grab that art
Oh,
from your website,
it's good.
but we'll have it in the VOD. Let's see here into the next one. Duh. From from you stink. Favorite Lucina work you've made?
So it's actually the one that they commissioned for me. It's the Hooters Lucina.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. I like I was really happy with it. Okay, so to be honest, like I think
Mm-hmm.
most-ish people in the Fire Emblem art community like know about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always like, oh, there's that dude who like commissions a lot of like Hooters Lucina. And so like when I got the commission request, I was like, oh my god, no way. It's the Hooters
Yeah.
Lucina dude. Um so I was like a little excited for that piece. I was actually pretty happy with it because like I tried really hard on it. There's even food in it, so I'd say that's probably like one of my favorite Lucina drawings.
Yeah, if I could spare time for it, I would want to go into the aspects of drawing food because I know that that's a whole different beast from drawing people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very difficult to make food look good unless you're Square Enix. But um yeah, no, that's great because you know, Hooters Lucina has just become such a big thing in
Yeah.
the Fire Emblem art community.
Yeah.
People have memed on it, people have loved it, people have hated it.
Oh, really?
um like yeah, I guess like I guess to tell the short version of something like there's a lot of people who I guess see Lucina as more of a virtuous figure
Mm.
in Fire Emblem. And so to kind of like I don't know, lean her towards more um
Fan servicey kind of
yeah,
stuff.
fan servicey kind of stuff is kind of like sacrilege to them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's actually what kind of a controversy that reared its head again with the latest Lucina alt in Fae, rearmed Lucina, the one that you probably remember me showing you to her on stream.
Yeah, but I don't remember like how it looked in my
She she
head.
she wasn't wearing pants.
Oh, yeah. I was just confused about it.
Yeah, because apparently here's the thing. That's actually how female Great Knights
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Awakening. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember.
yeah. But people thought a lot of people that either don't remember or just never played
Mhm.
Awakening just assumed that they just arbitrarily decided to remove Lucina's pants.
Mm.
And so, like, people were saying stuff like, "Oh, like it makes sense for characters like Camilla because they're the fan service." Like, yeah, thank you, Hero King.
Mm.
um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like people like Camilla and Corin, like that's the normal for them. But my Lucina, my virtuous lady Lucina, nuh she can't be wearing stuff like that.
I think the design itself, like even if it's from the original game, it's still like a little bit of a question mark for me, but it's at least not that big of a deal for me. I'm just a little confused.
Yeah, like like armor in Fire Emblem, like I at one point I really did care about like how it worked and how you're supposed to wear
Mm.
that into battle, but then after three houses, I was like, you know what? I don't even care anymore.
Whatever. It looks good, then it looks good.
Yeah, like, Crom, he doesn't even wear a sleeve on one arm and he
Yeah.
can tank damage just fine, so I'm just gonna let it go.
Mhm.
So, yeah. And so then what is it? So with Hooters Lucina, like, yeah, putting her in that fan servicey scenario, some people
Mm.
don't like that. And
Mhm.
what's it? But I feel like it's just a great thing that stems from an inside joke. I've always like it makes me excited when other artists are excited that like, oh my gosh, I'm drawing Hooters Lucina.
Yeah. It
Like,
was an honor.
yeah, yeah. See, because now you're part of a legacy.
Yeah.
You're part of the Hall of Fame now, Choco. And I think he's made his website available for people to see, but now you are archived in the hallowed halls of Hooters Lucina, and I'm happy for
Yay.
you. um let's see here. And now for another question from you, Stink. What's your favorite non-Lucina work you've made?
Non-Lucino work would probably be there's this one drawing that I did. You've played FGO, right?
Yes. Yes, I'm a
Of
huge fan.
Oh, okay. So Proto Merlin was looking forward to her coming out. because
Mm,
you
mm.
know she was in the what's the other one called? Do you know what I mean? Like it's not FGO, but it's like the FGO Arcade,
Yeah,
Fate
FGO
Arcade.
Arcade. Yeah.
Okay, because like she came on there, and I was like, why aren't we getting it over here? You know, like in the main gacha game. And then she finally came out, and I was really excited, so I drew her, and that one's like probably one of my favorite pieces because I think I was like forcing myself to use blue a lot, and like I don't use blue that often really.
Mm.
Um, I just I just really like it. It's one of my favorite ones. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Here, let me kind of correct that link for a second. VX boop.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, no, that's pretty great because yeah, I love Fate. I got into it like when I was just in high school, and my library had an anime club still, and
Uh
one
huh.
day they just like, let's show all these teenagers Fate Zero, and I was like, whoa, this is actually kind of cool.
hmm
And then I went down the rabbit hole from there, but and now I have a saber figure, um but no, the like Fate just has so much beautiful art. A lot
hmm
of great streamers. A certain Taco Priestess did art for Fate, and I was just like, whoa, that looks really good again. So
hmm
yeah, just so many ideas. Love Fate, and again, very good job on the Proto Merlin.
Thanks, man.
And now, let's see here. I need to stop saying "and now." Uh, what what is something
And
that
and
you
then, uh-huh.
what is something you would like to work on in the future, whether it's a project of some sort, art or yourself, etc.
Um, I don't know. Like I'd like to get better at art perpetually, you know, like always improve. Um, for a project, I don't know. One of the things that I've always really wanted to do was to like make art or have like what do you call that? It's just like one piece of art or something. Like they just kind of like sneak you in as an Easter egg kind of thing
Hmm.
for I don't know, like a big game. It would be pretty cool. Like if for some reason Fire Emblem Heroes contacted me to draw like gotcha art, I'd be like,
Mm.
wow, that's so cool. That's something that I would like to do in the future. But yeah.
Yeah, I saw that before. I think on your website or something. But like, I would be blown away if I rolled a servant that you drew. I'd be like,
That would
whoa,
be cool.
she made it, she did it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I would just explode. No, that like, uh, that's always great. I was trying to fit a Goku joke into there somewhere because we always got to be even further beyond and break our
Uh-huh.
limits. But no, what is it? And I was also gonna say I got your back on this one because I know that you actually have a couple projects going on right now with some alternate models that you're working on stream sometimes as well
Yeah.
over on twitch.tv/chocojacks. Um, you have Gyaru Jacks and you have Idol Jacks.
Yeah. The Gyara one's almost done. I just need to like finish rigging it. The Idol one is getting started with the art.
I'm personally very much like Gyaru Jacks is great, but Idol Jacks like that is gonna make for so much fun.
I'm glad people are looking forward to it. Also,
Like yeah.
I forgot to mention too. There's another project that I'm working on.
Mhm.
I'm making like a visual novel, and
Yes! You mentioned
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's it's being worked on. I'm the one like right now, like um, the musician is already like done with the work that I need them to do so far for the demo. The writer is already done with their part for the demo. Um, it's just me because like I'm like juggling, you know, like streaming and then the art stuff and then just real life things, right? As an adult, you know, like bills or whatever, taxes, haha. Taxes are coming
Yeah,
up.
Yeah,
Um,
like that's my one thing about like getting into this creative thing is that I'm not sure if I want to benefit off of it in any monetary way because then I have to deal with that.
yeah, it's not too bad, but
Just
like
evade them.
I'm not getting audited.
Yeah,
Evade
yeah.
them.
Yeah, it worked great for Al Capone, but let's see here. No, like, um, yeah, but I'm sure it's worth it. It's what makes you happy.
Hmm.
I've actually kind of wondered, like, is that something you have to do yourself, or can you hire like a CPA to do that part for you?
The taxes or
Yeah, the
the evading?
taxes.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. You can do it yourself. I mean, like I just use like a website and then I just compile all the info of like what I've earned and
oh, so
stuff
like a
on
like a
there.
TurboTax sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? That actually makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always dreaded like, gosh, I don't want to like sit at a table and do my own taxes and I could just pay
Yeah.
somebody else.
It's not that bad. It's the one that I use. D- should I say the name here? I don't know. Should I promote it? It's called like Free USA, Free Tax USA or something like that.
Sponsored by free. No, I'm joking.
It's
No,
pretty
no.
cheap. It's nice. Not too difficult to get through. So if you or like I guess anyone else out there is kind of like, oh, I don't want to like monetize because I don't want to deal with that. It's not too bad. As long as you can
Keep,
keep track of, yeah, or like look
yeah.
back on to see, then you're good.
Save your receipts, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's great. Like yeah, any creatives out there, you want to make that part a little more streamlined for you, then there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, yes, Hero King, I would think that somebody with some financial expertise would help you hide that better. Um, no, no, that's great. My phone won't unlock. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Oop. Okay, here we go. And from Exalt here in the server, not Exalted. Exalted, two different people. Favorite Fire Emblem villain. I know you haven't played a lot of the games, but
Yeah, I've only played through three. So I got two answers to this one. The
mhm.
first one, oh, I don't know where I put things. Um, uh, Design wise, I like Burkut. I don't know how to say his name. You know who I'm
Berkut.
talking about?
Yeah,
Burkut.
yeah.
He looks cool. I like him. He looks neat. Um, but out of like the villains that I actually know, I feel like Saros is probably the one that I like just because there's two
Oh,
sides that you can
Saros?
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers. But
They don't know. She's just shown in the first part.
yeah, but they don't know that she's an antagonist.
Dun dun dun. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
Uh
funny. It's fine. Everybody's played Three Houses at this point.
okay. Yeah, I just think it's neat that like just depending on the route, you can well, there's only one route where you she's like the villain of,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's neat that you can see both sides.
Which is also my favorite route. Hee hee. But um like yeah, no. No, those guys has oh. Oh no. Somebody just
Oh,
informed me that they were spoiled. Oh well,
no.
you know what? That's that same person that also told me that they were gonna get back to it anytime soon. They uninstalled it, so
I'm
whoopsies.
sorry.
It's cool. No, it's fine. They'll be fine. But let's see. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm like, I'm interested to know, like, what is your preferred house in Three Houses?
Uh, I like Golden Deers. They're the only ones that I've played to the fullest. I played a little bit of Blue Lions and then I was like, I'm too tired for this. And so I just watched a bunch of cutscenes for all the other routes instead.
Hmm.
I like Golden Deers a lot just because like they're kind of like a little ragtag team of just like, yeah, we're doing things. We're doing stuff. And I like all the characters and stuff. They're all a little silly. And the route overall is just pretty lighthearted, I feel. Um,
Yeah.
and the ending or the second to last map was like, whoa, what's going on? And then the last map was like, whoa, what the heck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'm trying to be like a little vague just in case, but
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was a pretty cool route. I liked it a lot because it also I felt like it gave a more overall view of the conflict in the story. Whereas
Yeah.
the other ones are more like character focused, which are still good too. But like I thought Golden Deers was pretty neat.
Yeah, like Golden Deer, like the thing about Three Houses is that like it kind of wants you to play every route so that you get the whole picture,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't fantastic, but I will give props to Golden Deer for that, is that it did have a lot of pieces to the whole like lore puzzle of Three Houses, even
Mm-hmm.
if I wasn't terribly like invested in Claude and the Lester alliance.
Uh huh. But
But
he's so wacky.
he's wacky and he's charming. I'll give him that. I just like I don't know. Like I know I'm a Black Eagles shill, but I feel like I sat there, I listened to Edelgard, why Fodlan needs to change, and I'm like, you know what, Edelgard, I'm in. I'm cool with this.
I guess in a
Um,
kind of same vein, that's also neat about Edelgard, where it's also two sides, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like there's definitely like those perspectives. Like I feel like nobody in Three Houses is like objectively wrong. And that's how
Yeah.
and that's how the writers want it to be.
Yeah. They're not just like, I just want to destroy the world because I'm evil. There's like some kind of emotional or logical
Yeah,
reason behind them.
ideological way, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
behind everything. And so like, whether it's like Edelgard or Claude, like, initially people were like, "Oh my gosh, Edelgard's cute," or
Mm-hmm.
"Dimitri's hot. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go to their route because I want to S support them." I will say, like, I'm gonna self-report here. That was me too. um, but like, I came for the waifu and I stayed for the plot. Like that's what makes me stay
Mm-hmm.
with such things. Like Fate, Saber sure is cute, but
Uh-huh. But the
um,
story got you.
yeah, but like, oh my gosh, she actually has like a really great character and backstory. If it was something like what was it? Like Azure Lane, where I feel like it's all fan service and little substance if I'm not like doing every little thing to kind of like dig out the characters,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm just kind of like, there's like I feel like nothing for these characters after a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why it's important to build good stories with your characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the same thing happened with me for Golden Deers because I got into it because not because I was like, oh my god, Claude's so hot, I want to support him. It was
Yeah.
because when the marketing material was starting to come out for that, and then the voice actor for Claude seemed a little silly. I was like, oh, they seem a
Oh
little
my
funny.
gosh, yes, Joe
Yeah,
Zija.
yeah, he seems so nice. And then like I
Yeah.
remember one of them, he was like, "You should play my route because like Claude is the coolest," and I voice
Oh
act
my
him.
gosh. I will say like yeah, like Golden Deer had some strong propaganda.
Yeah, and that's why I started. And then I
Like
remember he did you ever see the gingerbread house making video?
not the gingerbread house one, no.
Oh, it was cute. So I was like, oh, golden deers.
Like the one that always like whenever this is brought up, like I always have a smile on my face because I just remember the just like one of the first things he did, which was literally like hang from a tree in his backyard and
Oh,
do the
did he?
pose for yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he hung it from a tree in his backyard and he did like the cover pose for
Uh-huh.
Claude. And
Oh.
yeah, I think he even did that in cosplay eventually. And so like yeah, he just has so much fun with the role and that's like quick mini tangent here. I love that when voice actors just love their role. I think it's a little too like cold for
Mm-hmm.
like a voice actor or even an actor to say like, "Oh yeah, that's a role I played." And if people pay like if I get paid to do it, then I'll do it. Like I'll like think about them again and like treat it pretty distantly when people like even like David Hayter with Solid Snake, like everybody will say like, "Oh my gosh, it's David Hayter," and then he's like, "Kept you waiting, huh?" And like when actors just like absolutely like when they love the role too, like
Mm-hmm.
it's fun for everyone. I love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I didn't see Chris Hackney doing that. I'm calling you out. I didn't see oh my gosh, I'm so bad about names. But like and on top of that, I get like to me, I know like they're two different people, but Edelgard's voice actress, like
Mhm.
in her role as Edelgard reminds me a lot of Elma from Xenoblade Chronicles X. And so like my mind crosswires them, so now I'm afraid to say either way.
Oh.
But like, I didn't see a lot of Black Eagles propaganda. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, there's something nice about just seeing like the people who work behind it just being so gung ho about it.
Yeah. Yeah, like on your streams, like, like you humor everybody, going bark bark for a while. It's great. We
Uh-huh.
have fun with it.
Yeah.
And so did you know voice actor for Claude did a cover for Yes! Yes, he did do a cover for God Shattering
Oh,
Star. He
he
did
did.
do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
Oh
actually
my.
has a little studio in his house that he does things
Oh.
like stream and sing. So,
Mhm.
oh my goodness, that's great. Like again, it's almost at this point like he is Claude. You can't have Claude without Joe. There's two? There's two studios? Oh my. Thank you, Hero. But now from the next question, um who's your favorite non-Fire Emblem character?
My favorite non-Fire Emblem character, I would say, um, I've been so Fire Emblem pilled that like I'm like trying to think. One of
Fair.
like my other favorite characters outside of Fire Emblem is Kiara from FGO. I think she's pretty neat. Do you remember
Hmm.
her?
No, I will say like outside of the core like cast of FGO
Mhm.
and like of course anyone who's appeared in any of the animes I know them, but like some of the other servants in like the expanded roster of Fate Grand Order, no way.
No, she's like one of the villains from CCC, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually. So okay, I don't actually. I've never played like the other that one.
Hmm.
What is it?
Me
Is it
neither.
like Fate Extra CCC? I don't remember like the name of that
Yeah,
series. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 that's her.
Oh, her, yeah.
Yeah, I think the reason why I like her so much is because did you play JP or did you play NA?
I play NA.
Oh, okay. So in JP, what happened is the Fate Extra CCC event was happening, and it's like,
Hmm.
oh, I'm gonna save up for Melt and for Passion Lip, and then I rolled, and then I got Passion Lip. I didn't get Melt, and I was like, okay, this sucks, but whatever. And then I go to sleep, and like Kiara is like one of the bosses for um like the event. And then one day I go to sleep and I wake up and I get told, Choco, go look at the news for FGO. And then I look and it's like, you can roll her as a character, as a servant. And so
Oh
that's
my
why I like her
goodness.
so much, because she was like I don't know. They never did that before where a boss just you can just roll for the boss. Or like this super villainous character that is a boss.
Ah,
I think.
interesting.
Yeah, that's why I liked her. And then like I looked up stuff about her and I was like, oh, she's so cute and she looks so pretty.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's nice to have endearing characters to look forward to.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I will say I have only like I've seen Zero and like all of the Fate Stay Night animes. The only thing I haven't seen is the Heaven's Feel movie and of course the CCC anime that's supposed to be like a sequel to one of the games.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't watched Heaven's Feel either, but I didn't know there was an anime. I'm assuming it's already done.
Yeah, it's like it's a thing that from a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've only played up to like the prologue of Fate Stay Night because my a very legitimate copy, I promise,
Uh-huh.
of Fate Stay Night. the audio files weren't working, so there was no music. And I'm like,
Oh.
if I have to like experience the bone of my sword without any music, then that's not it. That's not it,
Yeah,
G.
it's not the same. It's not the same.
So yeah, I stopped, and I've yet to get it to work, but I'll figure it out one day. And do you have any characters that you would consider like a husbando, waifu?
Uh, Husbando would probably be Gilgamesh from FGO.
Oh, really now?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a little wacky.
He's a little silly. He's a
Yeah,
little mean.
he's a little silly mean dude who's kind of crazy. But that's cool. I like him, and I also like the relationship he has with Enkidu. Seems pretty
Yeah.
cute. I like him a little bit more. Did you watch Babylonia?
No, I haven't seen any of the FGO anime because I'm actually like
Oh,
pretty early into the game story as well because I've been playing it like literally on and off for a couple years now.
oh,
I've
uh-huh.
just reached the Camelot singularity.
Oh, okay. Well, I like him in Babylonia, so
I will say like Kid Gil, he's a very good boy.
actually, I don't know like much about him because sorry, I'm one of those people who are like, oh, I only pay attention to 5-star characters. I know he's like the same. It's like the same person,
You're
but I
not
was like,
rare enough to be worthy of my attention. Get out of here. um, no, no, that's fair. Have you seen the what is it called? Uh, Gosh, the parade. It's like a quirky
uh,
carnival phantasm. That's what it's
oh
called.
no, I haven't watched it. I heard it was like it's just because like they're just like doing silly things, right? It's like,
Yeah, it's a very silly, lighthearted comedy,
mhm.
short anime. But there's a part where I guess Gil he's actually like he believes in maid alter supremacy.
Uh-huh.
He actually like he sims for her unironically. Like with regular Saber, he's always like so pompous and so high, like
Yeah.
oh. But like
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
yeah, but when it's maid alter, he's like yes, my queen.
Aw, that's cute. Okay, I gotta watch it then.
That's good. It's fun. I love Carnival Phantasm, and the OP is the stuff of legends. And so now, next question. I guess that's a little funny, your favorite and least favorite Fire Emblem, but I think at this point we get the idea that all of the ones you've played are pretty good.
Yeah, I played just 3 so far. I mean, maybe 4 if
Yeah,
you include Heroes. It's just
yeah.
like I've never played Fates. I just
You
played
can
Awakening, Houses, and Engage.
you can throw Faye under the bus and say Faye's your least favorite.
But I've never played it, so I can't throw it under the bus.
Fire Emblem Heroes, I think you can. Yeah.
From
uh,
Heroes?
yeah, for Heroes, like I mean, yeah, like you've never played Heroes.
No, no, I have played Heroes, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can put Fire Emblem Heroes under the bus.
Oh!
Yeah, sorry, we call it Faye for shorthand.
Oh, I thought you were saying Fates.
Oh, ha ha ha. That too.
Oh, oh, okay, okay, I see. I was like a little confused.
No, you're fine. No, like Fire Emblem Heroes, like its story is pretty like, it can get really, really good and it can get really, really silly.
I never got
Like,
too much into it because the stories are so short, and sometimes it's just like we moved over here. Now let's fight. And it's like, oh, I didn't get that much information in that segment.
my main issue with the story of Faye is like, let's say, do you know who Fjorm is?
Wasn't she like the ice kind of
Yeah, the
lady?
ice princess lady who's actually
Yeah.
very kind and sweethearted, and she's in love with you. And
Oh.
oh yeah, she is. She really is. To the point where like on the first what is it, marriage banner, like the first bride banner,
Hmm.
and she got an all she like she's like, oh my gosh, what if I married the summoner? Because I really like them, and one of her voice lines in that all is like literally her saying, "I love you."
Oh, I didn't know.
But yeah, no, but like with her, it's like Faye has a habit of like, oh, we're going to meet our partner sidekick character for this chapter
Mhm.
in the story, and we're gonna have so much fun, and we're gonna become BFFs, and then
Mhm.
after the story ends, we're just gonna like have you disappear, and we'll never mention you for like a year until you
Mm.
maybe show up in Tempest Trials, where one of the characters who we're actually focuses on just happens to run into you in the hallway and says hello. And so like the new like characters, they treat them as pretty disposable.
Mhm. Yeah. I didn't so I stopped playing, or I stopped paying attention to the story, I think before Jorm.
Oh yeah, that's pretty early on. That's like chapter
Mhm.
2. So that's like you've pretty much like checked that
Yeah, I did.
during the Veronica arc still.
Yeah. I thought she was cute. But yeah, I don't know. But I also don't really read that much in gacha games, I've noticed.
Oh, honestly, same here. Like literally, like the whole e plurus unum uh singularity in FGO. I was like skipping through that whole thing because I'm like, I don't care. I don't like any of these servants except for like
Oh.
Nightingale
Uh-huh.
and Mash. Mash, like Mash is always like a she's a great person, but like but when is she not? At the same time, it's like skip until finally I reach Camelot. I was like, okay, now I'm where I want to be. Now I'll actually play the game because I want to see Saber. But
Mhm.
and the Knights of the Round Table because I actually I've always been like I'm of course I guess if you're if you like read books or whatnot, who hasn't heard of Arthurian legend at this point?
Mhm.
And one semester I did study one of Lancelot's stories. So
Oh.
yeah, yeah. I believe it's specifically Lancelot, Knight of the Cart. But
That's the name of the story,
yeah,
or
that particular story.
oh, okay.
Yeah, like short version of it is Arthur's like, "Oh no, Guinevere's missing. I guess I'm not going to go look for her. Lancelot, you do it." Cuz like bad knight strolled into the castle and just took off with her. And Lancelot's like, "Okay, I guess I got to do it." And so basically over the course of the story, he ends up like slowly discarding like what makes him like a purely honorable knight in order to save Guinevere
Uh-huh.
until at the end, like he kind of entices Guinevere to
Yes, the spicy stuff.
yeah. Yeah, like not that doesn't actually happen, but they kind of become a couple.
Oh.
And so it's like, "Uh-oh, what's Arthur going to think?" But then I think that's kind of like up to the point of the story I remember. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So I'm like, "Oh wow, I like yeah, Lancelot. I know him from Sonic and the Black Knight." And Fate. Hee hee.
Just this too. Hee hee.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next question from Alonzo NSR, one of our nice little one of our smaller artists, but they do make a lot of great CG stuff or 3D model stuff. What other characters do you think of drawing?
Kind of like characters that I tend to draw
Yeah, I guess so. I guess outside Fire Emblem, you draw a lot of
outside of
Byleth,
Fire
that's
Emblem.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I draw a lot of Violet.
I'm not
Uh,
complaining though.
I'm trying to think about like I'll tend to draw characters. I mean, like I used to draw a lot of FGO stuff, but now I don't. Other characters that I tend to draw nowadays, it's usually just like random anime stuff sometimes, random games. Um, but it's hard to say because I draw a lot of Fire Emblem, and usually it's a lot of Byleth. So everything outside of that is just kind of like scattered about.
Hmm. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
see. Yeah, no, that's good. A lot of it's good to have choices.
Yeah.
Because I my friend they're always kind of like have a little bit of a stump to where like they don't know who to draw. They have uh they're a little stumped for ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. I think I have a question from another source. Do 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 do. One question: if my phone would stop wigging out, please. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, you can go ahead and ask about streaming stuff if you have any questions. Might as well do it now because we're almost maxing out on time. So uh in the meantime, we can move on to our next question, being from a fellow court painter. By the way, if you didn't know, court painters are what we call our artists here,
Uh-huh.
our community artists here that tend to draw Lucina every so now and then. I went
Oh,
ahead
okay.
and I went ahead and gave you the role upon joining, so you have
Thank you.
access to the cool artist channel with with other our other big community artists. You might have seen Burnt Green Tea's work.
Mm-hmm.
They draw really pretty stuff. Arc Edo, who makes some equally great stuff. There's like we all of our artists are just so talented. I'm so lucky to have them around. And from Naij Mizuho, he asks, "What is your typical workflow when you draw? Does that include background noise like music or podcasts? Maybe the Lucina Lounge podcast?" Hee
um like my workflow for like when I'm just drawing in general, it's I think it's standard like sketch and then base colors, and then usually I merge it together and I just start rendering and then I turn off my brain. And then I do final effects stuff where I just try to change the lighting a little bit or add more depth to certain things.
Mm.
Um Usually, in the most optimal case, I'm just listening to music. I'm listening to sometimes music on loop because I'm like, wow, this song is so good. I want to listen to it for the next couple of days, maybe even the next couple of weeks. Um, but it's a mixture of that. It kind of depends on how I feel. Sometimes I'll do that, or sometimes I'll just like listen to streams. Um, and kind of socialize. But that's why I'd say that isn't like my optimal way of working because I get a little distracted sometimes and I'll just start typing in chat or like responding to things that the streamer says, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's good. It's it's always good to like my friend again, like they like to draw when you're streaming.
Mhm.
It's kind of like it's like a nice draw together. Have that
Mhm.
community going, and with music, that's me too. Like
The
sometimes I'll
looping
have
thing?
so like yeah, the looping thing, but also like listening to a song like multiple instances within a short while until it just like burns out in your brain to like maybe your brain's like maybe I'm a little tired of this
Yeah.
now. Maybe
It's
I
like
want to like stimulate on something else.
I'm tired of this one. Let me listen to this next one for on loop too until I
Yeah.
get burnt out.
No. Like what's it? Uh 3 semesters ago, like I literally like was listening to like It Has to Be This Way from Metal Gear Rising like on loop
Uh-huh.
even as I was like doing my final because I'm like I have to get in the mood. No, it's I listened to that until my brain was like I don't care anymore. Let's listen to something else.
Mhm.
Um, from Exalt, they ask, "What is your favorite game series, if not Fire Emblem?"
Um I'm trying to think about it. I feel like it'd probably be Fire Emblem because that's one of the ones that I like look forward to nowadays.
Yeah.
I I didn't finish Engage yet, but I'm looking forward to the next one. I just gotta finish Engage too. Um, Outside of that, I don't know. There's games that I like. There's not really many
Yeah.
series that I like because the games that I like outside of Fire Emblem, maybe Animal Crossing,
Mm.
they don't tend to have like a series.
Yeah, like a lot of things going on, unless you really like Pocket Camp.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or Amiibo Festival. You love that one, right?
I don't know if I ever played it. Haha.
Yeah, yeah. Did you own a Wii U?
No, I didn't. I had a Wii and I had a Switch. I never got a Wii U because I think that was like that was like when I was in college, I think. And so I didn't have a TV, you know? So I couldn't
Yeah.
really like have a console.
But Choco Jacks with the Wii U, you don't need a TV. You have the Wii U gamepad.
Well, I thought you had to have a TV too,
Nope. You
right?
can actually no,
Oh,
a lot of Wii U games they actually supported switching your game off of the TV because that was one of the advertised features is that oh no, somebody's using the
oh,
TV, so you can just play on the gamepad.
oh, I didn't know that. I also feel like I probably didn't realize that because I didn't, I didn't have a TV. I couldn't watch TV anymore and I couldn't see those ads.
I find it hard to believe that I'm talking to the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker fan and she didn't get a Wii U to play Wind Waker HD.
I'm sorry. I'm
What a fraud.
sorry.
I feel betrayed. No, no. What's it? Yeah. So with like actually with my powers of observation, once again, I noticed that
Uh-huh.
in your streams you have a lot of Ace Attorney music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like Ace Attorney too. I haven't played through like, all the games. I think I played through the first two. I have a lot of those songs on my playlist because one of my mods was like, "Hey, you should add a bunch of Ace Attorney music to your playlist." And I was like, "Okay." So I just like added all of them cuz I was too lazy to I was just like, "Oh, I'll just like slowly skim off the ones that I don't want to like listen to when I'm drawing on stream." It's a little weird. When I'm drawing on stream, I want like a specific kind of music mood vibe thing. So that's
Hmm.
why there were like so many on there. They kept like playing all the time. But I like Ace
Yeah.
Attorney too. It's nice.
Yeah, I love Ace Attorney. I've gotten back into it because for Christmas somebody allowed me somebody gave me some gift cards, which is perfectly
Ooh.
fine because I
Uh-huh.
love gift cards actually. But what's it? I was finally able to grab Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and so now I'm currently playing through that.
That's
And
the oldish like old
yeah,
Japan.
yeah, Meiji era Japan slash Victorian era England,
Mhm.
and with Phoenix's ancestor Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And so what's it? I'm playing through that one, and then because my aforementioned friend they've never played Ace Attorney, so
Mhm.
I'm playing it through with them now. And the thing is, I didn't know that guys, if you're one of the rare people on Earth to own an Xbox, Ace Attorney Trilogy is actually free on Game Pass right now.
What?
Yeah, yeah, so you can download and play it in HD, 60 FPS on your Xbox, which feels weird, believe you me, because I could not imagine playing anything Ace Attorney on a off a Nintendo device.
That's
But
true. That's a little weird. I'm surprised.
yeah, yeah, and so I'm playing through that, and if I actually get through the second game, then when I play through the third game with them, that will be my first time playing Trials and Tribulations. So I'm super excited for that.
Have
I
fun.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a favorite Ace Attorney?
Like game?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh I don't know. I mean, like, I like the ones that I played through. I can't say, like, oh, I like this one definitely over this other one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, if you ever if you have or if you want to eventually with the Apollo Justice trilogy coming out soon, I highly recommend Ace Attorney 5 Dual Destinies. That is my
Okay.
favorite one in the series. It's so good.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, yeah, and it'll come with the DLC case too, so that'll be great because like a fan favorite character returns in that case. So, um, next question from another court painter, the Silent Chloe. What is your favorite pastime besides art? Besides doing your job?
Besides art, besides streaming, my favorite pastime, I really like. So I usually do this at night, like when I'm done streaming.
Mhm.
I ate dinner, I showered, I'm just like relaxing in bed. I like to play Sudoku.
Mhm.
And lately I've been doing crossword puzzles, so that's kind of like nice as a pastime, I guess. Is that a pastime?
So yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess you have some more analog tastes for. all the
Yeah.
technology you interact with every day.
I yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Sudoku's fun. I like playing Minesweeper. It's nice because it's just like turn off my brain, just click on buttons, win.
Yeah, you see, I can't imagine doing any of that purely because I'm too stupid for Minesweeper.
No, it's really easy actually. Like once you know the patterns, like I just turn off my brain. Like I don't think anymore when I play Minesweeper until like I get to a more difficult spot that my brain doesn't like auto do.
Yeah, it's nice when you can enter Ultra Instinct and just
Yeah.
play Minesweeper. Like, no, I like, and Sudoku too. I never understood Sudoku.
Really?
Not
I
once
think
in my
Sudoku is
life.
fun too.
Yeah, like,
It's
no,
like,
it's just that, like, I'm sure it is, but I just
uh-huh.
don't understand it. I don't know how to do it.
Oh,
Same with, like, Rubik's Cubes.
I don't know those. I've never tried
Yeah.
to like do those or like actually learn how to do them.
And again, my friend, like, they're actually, like, they wouldn't say that, like, of themselves, but I think they're a Tetris god.
Ooh,
They are insanely good at Tetris and oh my goodness.
I want to learn
Yeah.
Tetris.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And every time like a new like Tetris like thingy comes out for the 99 one with like a background comes out, I'm like, "Can you just log onto my account on your Switch and just grab me that real
Oh,
quick?"
is it like achievement based?
Like you have to gain a certain amount of points and the higher you place in Tetris 99, the more points you get. And so when you get enough points, you get the background theme.
Mm.
Okay, so we have a newbie here in chat. Uh, I think how I wanted to do this, like starting out the Lucina Lounge podcast, is that if you support the server via boosting or through the now defunct Patreon, which I guess I might reopen soon for like the $1 tier, we would invite you on to talk and ask your question. But boosting the server, like you use your if you have Discord Nitro, you boost the server, and that helps us unlock features. And yeah, um, what's it? Um, you can watch. We you do have the opportunity at the end if we have some time left to ask some questions in the chat, or you can actually just ask questions right now.
Mm-hmm.
We might veer off and get to you. But yeah. And so, what is this about? We're talking with Choco Jax, great streamer, great
Hello.
artist. Yeah, talking about Lucina, just absolutely loving her art. This is just time to celebrate her. So yeah, and let's see here. In the meantime, next question from Exile again. What is your
Mm-hmm.
favorite part or aspect of the server so far? I hope we've made a good impression.
Yeah, everyone's been really nice so far. I'm still pretty new because I kind of just got here very recently.
Yeah.
But I do think it's really cool that like it's just a server for Lucina. I for some reason I've never really thought about it before because I know obviously there are servers that exist for like, oh, we like this game. This is a server for Smash Ulti, or this is a server for school or something, And then I've never thought about servers existing where they're just like little fan clubs for specific characters. So I think that's really
Yeah.
neat. It's very nice.
Yeah, did you see that about our partners channel? Cause that's our channel where we're actually partnered with a lot of other character servers, we like to call them. Yeah,
Oh.
Fire Emblem character servers. Somebody I know that there's actually like a user that's in a lot of these servers, ours included, that has actually made like a spreadsheet for which characters have a server in Fire Emblem.
Oh,
And
that's cool. Uh-huh.
I'm proud to say that we are the only Lucina server. I know that there's like two Marianne servers. Um,
Ooh.
one of which is 60 Buzzers. Shout out to 60 Buzzer, also great artist.
Mm-hmm.
Great commissioner too. Um, and what's it? Yeah, we're the only Lucina one. We have the honor of having the unique Discord link that is discord.com/Lucina.
Yeah. Congrats on that. I saw it. I was like, wow, that's so nice.
Yeah, that has the air of prestigiousness, doesn't it?
Mhm.
But and I'm sure like I know in a previous episode I mentioned the origin story of the server and in the announcements as well. But again, we've been 5 years in the running. I'm still glad that even after like more than 10 years of Fire Emblem Awakening existing, people still love Lucina.
Mhm.
She's a strong character. We like her a lot. And we happy whenever you draw her, and when you don't draw her too, because all your art's great. Made Lucina especially, but yeah. And so then next question from GT Alpha, another great content creator here, and 3D artist, saying oh yeah, if you are knowledgeable about this one, who's your preferred Lucina voice, Laura Bailey or Alexis Tipton?
Okay, I looked it up before because I don't remember voice actor names or names in general. Like I'm bad with names too. Just to double check, Laura Bailey is the Awakening voice actor, right? And then Alexis Tipton is the Engage voice actor.
Yeah, Laura Bailey voiced her in Awakening and the very first version of Lucina and Faye.
Oh, okay. Um, so I listened through. I think I kind of prefer Laura Bailey's version.
Y- Yeah, like here's my formula that I've come up with. Like Laura Bailey, like especially Excel's like she's my preferred voice too, but like overall, but like she especially nails the combat voices.
Hmm.
And Alexis Tipton more so fits that more casual soft side of
Hmm.
Lucina. But like, um like Miss Tipton, your performances are great.
Hmm.
They're awesome for Lucina, but like Laura Bailey's I challenge my fate is on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I think they both did a great job. Like they both
Yeah.
sound really nice.
They are. Yeah, I will admit that. Yes. Yeah, those crit lines, like to me, those hit different. Hope
Hmm.
will never die. Like that's what I look forward to every playthrough of Awakening is like when I can hear those crit quotes. And let's see here. From you, Stink again. Do you have an interesting or funny convention story?
So I only started doing conventions last year. I went to two conventions, so don't
Mm-hmm.
have too much of an experience. Well, actually, no. Okay, so I went to AX a couple times as just like an attendee, and for 2023, so last year, um, I was a little buzzed, walking
Mm-hmm.
around. I was mainly in Artist Alley. We were just like going around looking at art because I love looking at art, and I'm not usually super interested in the panels and stuff. Just walking around, talking. I was talking kind of loud because I have no good voice volume control. And then this person passes me by and they're just like, Choco? And I turn around and I look at them. In my mind, I'm like, I don't recognize how this person looks like. Is this just a rando? It was actually one of my online friends who I think just recognized me based off of my voice. So that was like pretty interesting to me because it's like, whoa, someone just recognized me from my voice. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like voices do leave more of an impression to me because I'm awful with like, um, if I didn't have the shock of like, um, I hope I'm okay to mention this because it's on your website
Uh
and
huh.
it's for business purposes. But like, I see your name on your website and I'm like, oh
Uh
my
huh.
gosh, that's their human being name. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh no, it's like I
They're
feel
a real
like
person.
yeah, it's like I shouldn't have seen that. I can't see that. My immersion's ruined, but like I'm just like, oh, like yeah, if that's what I had to lead with, like then my ADHD would just have like, nope, you're not remembering this down the disposal. Like no matter how much I try, like there's some coworkers I have, I still don't know their names.
Oh,
But
like that bad?
yeah, like
That's
yeah,
surprising.
yeah, if I'm not constantly like talking to them, but like uh
Oh. Uh huh.
yeah, yeah. and or like classmates too. I have some classmates that like at the beginning of the semester, one of them sits down at my table, and we had a class last semester. I'm like, I still don't know her name. Oh my goodness.
You know, I used to have that problem too. I think I don't have any more because like I kind of have a solution to it. What I
Mhm.
do is when I talk to them, I usually say their name at the end of the sentence. Like I'll be like, "Oh, how are you doing today, so and so?" You know,
Yeah,
like I kept appending it to most of my sentences so it would like stick to my mind what their name was.
that's what I try to do too. Like when some of my coworkers leave for the day, I say like,
Hmm.
"Oh, good. Oh, like see you tomorrow, so and so."
Yeah,
Like that way,
yeah,
just yeah,
yeah. It's hard.
yeah. And then yeah, like those are some of my favorite VTuber stories too. Like when Shark and Detective said like, yeah, we were just out eating one time, and like some people's at the restaurant, like their heads
Hmm.
perked up when we were talking.
Oh.
I was just like, that must be so funny, but also like, oh my gosh, you don't want to be recognized if you're like that famous. So-
Yeah, there's like this one VTuber that I know who
Mhm,
he tries to keep on like the down low, and I think he also
mhm.
like he tries not to talk too much in real life because he has like a really recognizable voice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I've never thought about that before.
Yeah, and like so, if I feel like if I saw you were at a convention and like I happen to be at the same one, then if I heard you going around somewhere, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's Choco Jax. I would be the same way. And last question on our official list is from Exalt. What is your favorite Fire Emblem music track?
Ooh, okay. So I really like almost all the songs, pretty much all the songs on Awakening soundtrack because they're
Mhm.
so nice. But I think probably my favorite music track is the last map for Golden Deers because
God Shattering
it's
Star. Yeah.
so epic. Like the experience of because like I was just like laying down in bed, just staring at the TV, like okay, time to do the last boss fight, and then the music starts and it's so good. Like the experience was really nice, and I think the song's just kind of like a banger in general. So I'd say that one is my favorite track.
Yeah. No, that's great. It's nice to have a memory attached to
Hmm.
music too. Um, Awakening does have a lot of good tracks. Like something I really love about Awakening and Echoes specifically
Hmm.
is that they have like a thematic lead motif that they use
Yeah.
concurrently throughout the game,
Hmm.
and that stuff just makes my brain go burr.
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice, especially like when you recognize it. You're like, oh,
Yeah, when you hear it
it's
in there,
like
when
the
they
thing.
yeah
Uh-huh.
they change the key or something, like especially in one of my favorite tracks obviously is Lucina's theme, You May Call Me Marth, and you hear that awakening kind of like duh duh like duh 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 duh, kind of like in the prologue track,
Hmm.
but like it's very subtle in Lucina's theme with the changed key and how they rearrange those two dun 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 bum 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 bum.
I gotta
Yeah.
like go back and listen because like Awakening soundtrack is really nice.
And really quickly to throw another great one at you from Fire Emblem,
Hmm.
like one that stuck along with me for like a good time in my mind in a really good place is the track Road Taken from Fire Emblem Fates.
Uh-huh.
That's such a good like skirmish song that I love it so much.
Sorry,
But yeah,
kind of
Road.
like off from that.
Oh yeah.
I really like. Is it Celica's theme? It's like the dun 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 dun, and then I don't know what
Oh,
else
dun,
happens
dun,
after that.
dun, dun, bum,
It's
bum,
like the
bum,
super
bum,
like
bum,
hype
bum,
one,
bum, bum.
and it's like
Yeah, Celica's theme from
clappy.
the
Yeah, yeah,
Milla's
yeah,
Divine
yeah,
Grace. Yeah.
yeah. That one. That was so good.
Of course, being Mexican myself, I appreciate the Brawl version.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, but no, like, I love Echoes' version too. I love Echoes' soundtrack. It's so good. I wish I could have bought the CD, but it's expensive.
No.
So, if it's okay with you, Choco, we have a few minutes left.
Mhm.
Um, if we want to open up any additional questions to the chat, thank you for being here, guys. I
Thanks, guys.
know I probably should have like pinged my entire server like I usually do for these, but I just thought I'll hit the event because the event will ping those who
Mm-hmm.
have actively said they're interested. And thankfully, people like Hero uh, did actively sign up for the podcast. So, any questions? Anybody? Anything
I
you want to
think
ask?
707 has one.
Oh, did I see? Oh,
Uh-huh.
what would you recommend for anyone wanting to start out VTubing or streaming?
Uh, recommend for anyone wanting to start out. I'd say just you would just start. Like, I noticed for a lot of people, because I like to. There's this one server where it's focused on VTuber stuff, and one of the more common questions that I see asked on there is like, how do I start? People get really nervous about just literally going live. Some people have already prepared like a lot of stuff where they have the model and they have this and they have that, but like I don't know, like I'm too nervous to stream, and it's just like just start, just do it. I'd say just do it. Don't fret too much about being super prepared, because in my opinion, one of like looking back, it was pretty neat that I just like started streaming. I was like, I don't care about having the best mic or making sure that my audio in the background's really good. That's stuff that you can always improve on as you continue streaming, and like you look back on your VODs, or like you get feedback from your friends or viewers and stuff. But you might as well just start. For the VTubing thing in particular, there's always freeware stuff that you can get, or you can get like models that you can pay a fairly low price for to just use because they're already pre-made. But yeah, just start. Just do it. You got time, you got a game you want to play. Um just start up the stream, and then I would also recommend to ask a friend to hang out with you in the chat a little bit. That way you at least like have someone to talk to from time to time.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what my starting out advice would be.
So just do it. Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yesterday you said tomorrow. But yeah, no, that's great. I actually do have a friend that uh VTubes on Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed that they do get a little quiet when sadly no one's in chat or
Mm.
talking in chat. And so like me being their IRL friend, I hop in sometimes, and I notice that they tend to light up
Mm-hmm.
when yeah, when they have somebody there for support. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Uh-huh.
one thing that that stuck, a bit of advice from you that stuck with me this whole time since fall, was I remember one time I asked you about growth or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you said my favorite way of simplifying it was like uh if you're doing what you're doing, like just keep doing it. It's fine. Like you don't rush it. You don't have to like put out a lot of stuff or do
Mm-hmm.
it much like that. But but if you want to grow, then you have to be consistent. You have to you can't really like meander too much about it, because if you want to grow, then doing nothing's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you don't want to grow, then that's good. Hee hee. So, yeah. Favorite animated cartoon or anime for that matter. What is your favorite anime, Choco? From Jaeger, by
Um
the way.
the For the cartoon, growing up, I really loved SpongeBob SquarePants and
Mm.
Chowder.
Oh,
Um
Chowder's banging.
Chowder is like a little wild. um for anime, I would say I just recently finished Hulk. That was a pretty nice one. I like that one a lot. Favorite of time, I would say maybe kind of a basic answer, I think, but FMAV. That one was a really nice experience. Like I didn't read it. I didn't watch the first Full Metal Alchemist anime,
Mm, mm.
but Brotherhood was like it was a nice experience. It was like the voice acting was great, the animation was great, the art was great, music was good, the story was really really good, characters good, like everything about it was just very nice. So I'd say that's like
Yeah.
my favorite, probably overall.
Could someone in the chat do me a favor and quickly fact check if Brotherhood's still the top number one on Mal? Because last I checked, it was dethroned by something.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like I think yeah, Free Ren I think
Oh, for
dethroned. Yeah.
ooh,
Oh my gosh. But
that was a really good anime too.
yeah, I love Free Ren. I am enjoying Free Ren. I haven't seen yesterday's episode. I really should after this. But
Hmm.
um, for the record, my favorite anime, if nobody's caught the reference in my role just yet, I love Haruhi, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Hmm.
It's really good. Bona fide, certified classic. Go check it out. Let's see here. Favorite dog breed from Hero King.
I like let me double check. Let me double check what the name is.
I'm a cat person, but if you had to ask me for dogs, I like huskies. They're cute. They're adorable. Don't put them in the heat.
Oh yeah, because they got a lot of fur. They're
Yeah.
cold animals.
Yeah, they
I
like the
don't,
snow.
I forgot what the actual name is for them. I like wiener dogs. I think they're so
Oh.
funny. They're so funny looking because they're just like really long. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's just like it's just a dog, but like
Yeah.
stretched out.
You know Mr. Weenie from Open Season? I love him. He's great.
No, I don't know. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my gosh. You've never seen Open Season. That's another group watch for the server then. Anyways.
Uh,
Um, let's see here. Um, I don't know how to say your name. Ma34HE says, thoughts on Sailor Moon.
oh shit, sorry. I was muted. I was talking.
Oh,
I watched a little bit of it when I was growing up. I don't remember much from it though, but I thought Sailor Moon was pretty nice. I think recently I was looking at summaries of just like the arcs and stuff because I was kind of curious about it when the remake was happening. And looking back, it's like, oh, it seems like a pretty nice like shoujo manga. I probably would have liked it if I read it.
yeah. Yeah, I tried watching the original Sailor Moon dub. Will say I feel lied to from that opening. You know the one Choco fighting evil by
Yeah, yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, like never running from a real fight, more like she's a crybaby who runs from
Oh
everything.
yeah.
They make her out to be like some action hero, but no, she's just a baby.
She probably gets better later on, right?
I mean, like, yeah, when she unlocks all of her memories and remembers that
Oh,
she's like, yeah,
yeah.
Moon Princess girl,
Hmm.
but like when she's just Serena or Meatball Head or whatever you want to call her, Usagi,
Hmm.
yeah, she's just small baby. And with that, we have officially reached the end of our time. Is there any questions I missed? Hottest take, coldest take?
Unlike anything,
Yeah, probably. I guess they weren't really specific.
hottest take, close. Okay, what's the difference between a hot take and a cold take?
Hot take makes people mad. Cold take is like everybody agrees.
Oh, okay. Hot take? I don't know if I have any hot takes. I'm like trying to think, but
You did
like,
you did say Golden Deer was best route, and that's gonna upset people.
does that really? I don't know. I
No,
well,
I'm joking.
it's
People
cool.
think like if you said like Edelgard was right or something like that, then people would be
Oh,
upset.
yeah. I don't know if I have a hot take. Cold
For the
take.
record,
Uh,
Edelgard was right. But anyways, yep, yeah,
cold
coldest
take.
take. Yep.
I don't know. I liked Awakening a lot. It's one of like the games that I really liked for Fire Emblem, even though I don't actually remember a lot of the smaller details. That's probably a
Yeah,
cool take, right? Like I think most
yeah.
people look back
People like
fondly.
Awakening. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Fates, like people kind of enjoyed it, but everybody acknowledges it had a poopy story. So,
Hmm.
um, for me, hottest take, yeah, Edelgard was right. Coldest take, Lucina's cute. So,
She is. She is cute.
yes, absolutely. Um, And so with that, that's the end of our time. Thank you so much for coming, guys. It's really nice to
Thank
have support.
you.
Thank you, Choco, for like even agreeing to this in the first place.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is the part where I get to sound off the thingy I wrote. And that's be sure to join Choco at twitch.tv/ChocoJax. She usually streams Monday to Friday starting at 4 p.m. PST or 7 p.m. EST. Come see the art streams to see the absolutely beautiful line art or rendering process and the gaming streams for a great time seeing Choco play many games for the first time. And on Fridays, join the post stream for our favorite, Buzzed Karaoke, which is always a
Yeah.
blast. Yes, it's so much fun. You know, like we just sing. I know you say you're not a great singer, but you know what? Like we just have fun. It's just a good
Yeah.
fun time. I'm singing at work when nobody's in the store.
Yeah, you're just like belting it out, right?
Snake eater. Yeah. Heck yeah. But my gosh. Uh yeah. And I'll add all of you because you're a court painter now. I'll add you to the our royal directory here in the server, which has links to all of our great artists, their link trees, their socials, their stores. So yeah, we'll put Choco
Thanks,
stuff in
man.
there and thanks guys. Until next time. See you. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.